From the blazing crimson dusk over Australia's endless grasslands to the cold, white glare of factory lights, the journey of the kangaroo plays out like an epic straddling wilderness and industry. Each thunderous leap across the sunlit plains becomes a crimson cut gliding down gleaming steel lines, where blades fall with surgical precision, transforming raw, untamed vitality into a meticulously regulated product. Welcome to AgroWorks USA, where we take you deep inside the hidden stories of the world's most extraordinary foods. Today, kangaroo meat drives a $200 million Australian industry, prized for its lean protein, rich iron, and low environmental footprint. Its leather, celebrated for unmatched strength and elegance, finds its place in luxury goods from Sydney to Milan. Beyond profit, regulated harvesting reigns in a population 3 times larger than the nation's people, easing strain on fragile ecosystems and offering a sustainable alternative to cattle. So join us on this remarkable journey from the wild outback to the global market. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more from AgroWorks USA. Beneath the fiery dusk of the Australian sky, kangaroos bound across a tapestry of grasslands, arid scrub, and eucalyptus woodlands that has shaped their species for millennia. These habitats, spanning from the red deserts of the outback to the greener fringes of coastal plains, provide the open horizons they need for long-distance travel, dotted with pockets of shade where mobs rest through the midday heat. Seasonal waterholes glimmer like scattered jewels, sustaining both the kangaroos and countless other native species. As they graze, kangaroos influence the structure of their environment in subtle but lasting ways. Their selective feeding helps control fast-growing grasses, reducing fuel for wildfires, while leaving other plants to regenerate. With every bound, their heavy tails and clawed feet churn the soil, pressing seeds into the earth, aiding natural plant dispersal. During dry spells, their diet shifts toward moisture-rich foliage, altering the composition of plant communities and influencing which species survive harsh seasons. They are also a keystone presence in the food web, a staple prey for dingoes and wedge-tailed eagles, and at times competitors with livestock in shared grazing areas. More than just inhabitants of this vast land, kangaroos are living emblems of Australia's ecological heartbeat, creatures whose movements, habits, and migrations are woven into the story of the continent itself. Under the silver wash of moonlight, the Australian outback transforms into the stage for one of the most regulated wildlife harvests in the world. Licensed hunters, trained to the highest standards, move silently across open plains, their vehicles navigating dirt tracks under a canopy of stars. Nighttime is chosen not by chance but by necessity. Kangaroos are more active, easier to locate, and less stressed under cooler conditions. Every shot fired is governed by strict state and federal quotas, designed to keep populations in balance without endangering the species. Hunters are required to use precise, humane methods, a single, well-placed shot to the head, minimizing suffering and ensuring meat quality. Proof of each harvest, often the tail, is logged, tagged, and recorded for government monitoring, creating a transparent chain of accountability from the field onward. The harvested kangaroos are swiftly dressed in the field, inspected for health, and transported in temperature-controlled vehicles to processing plants. This rapid transition preserves freshness while meeting rigorous food safety standards. Far from the image of uncontrolled culling, this is a controlled, sustainable practice, an intersection of tradition, necessity, and modern regulation, ensuring that the kangaroo remains both a symbol of the wild and a source of high-value products for the global market. Do you think the annual hunting quota should be increased or reduced? And is hunting kangaroos any different from hunting deer in other countries? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to follow AgroWorks USA. As dawn begins to pale the horizon, the night's harvest converges at designated collection points, quiet outposts where regulation meets logistics. Here, every carcass is logged against official quotas, tags are scanned, and weights are recorded under the watchful eye of government-appointed inspectors. This meticulous tracking ensures that every kangaroo entering the supply chain can be traced back to the exact time, place, and licensed hunter who harvested it. The control process is more than paperwork. It is the backbone of Australia's wildlife management strategy. Inspectors check for compliance with humane kill standards, while field veterinarians assess carcasses for any signs of disease or injury that would compromise meat quality. Any that fail inspection are immediately discarded, reinforcing a zero-compromise policy on safety. Once cleared, kangaroos are transferred into refrigerated transport units, where the temperature is held just above freezing. This cold chain is maintained from the outback to the factory floor, preserving the vibrant color and texture of the meat. In this way, the collection phase serves as both gatekeeper and bridge, ensuring that what began as a leap through the moonlit plains now continues its journey under strict control, heading toward the precision and efficiency of Australia's processing plants. Under the stark white glare of industrial lighting, the chill of the refrigerated hall wraps around every surface. Here, kangaroos, arriving in temperature-controlled trucks from the outback, are wheeled directly onto stainless steel platforms. Every step unfolds like a choreography of precision. Skilled butchers in protective whites move with measured speed, their knives flashing as they break down each carcass into prime cuts, lean steaks, and export-grade fillets. Australia's export protocols demand more than just sharp blades. Each workstation is fitted with hygiene checkpoints, metal detectors, and continuous temperature monitoring systems to ensure meat safety. Quality control officers inspect every batch, testing for microbial safety, checking color and fat distribution, and confirming each cut matches the export specification sheet to the gram. Once approved, the meat is vacuum sealed in heavy-duty, oxygen barrier packaging. Labels carry full traceability data, harvest location, date, batch number, and certification seals for markets like the EU, Japan, and the United States. Pallets are then flash frozen to lock in freshness before being loaded into refrigerated shipping containers bound for ports across the globe. From the red dust of the plains to the polished steel of these export facilities, the transformation is complete. A journey that blends Australia's wild heritage with its place as a trusted supplier in the global premium meat trade. Do you think verifying numbers by cutting off the tail is a reasonable method? Which stage do you believe is the most important to ensure food safety? Type 1 if you agree, or share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion. From a once-overlooked bush protein to a $200 million export engine, kangaroo meat has leapt onto the world stage. In Australia, it sits beside beef and lamb in supermarket chillers, winning over health-minded consumers with just 2% fat, rich protein, and a deep reserve of iron and B vitamins. But its real fame comes from abroad. In Europe, white tablecloth restaurants in France, Germany, and Belgium showcase it as a gourmet, eco-responsible red meat. In Asia, Japan, and Hong Kong serve it in fine dining settings, valuing its delicate game note. Across the U.S., it appears on chefs' tasting menus as an exotic conversation-starting cut. Its competitive edge runs deeper than flavor. Wild harvested kangaroos demand no feed crops, irrigation, or pasture clearing. They graze lightly, leaving native ecosystems largely untouched, a sustainability credential hard to match. Alongside the meat trade, kangaroo leather, lightweight yet stronger than cowhide, feeds a parallel luxury market, shaping gloves, footwear, and designer accessories. Together, these twin industries position Australia not just as a supplier, but as a global brand for premium protein and high-end natural materials. Under the searing sun of the Australian outback, kangaroos bound effortlessly across scrub and grassland, leaving almost no scar on the soil. Unlike cattle or sheep, they don't compact the earth, overgraze pastures, or demand vast irrigated fields, making their harvest far less taxing on fragile ecosystems. In fact, regulated culls help maintain ecological balance, preventing overpopulation that can strip landscapes bare and threaten biodiversity. Yet the picture is not entirely unblemished. Commercial hunting, if poorly monitored, risks pushing local populations below sustainable levels, especially in drought years when resources are scarce. The reliance on nighttime shooting, while reducing stress for the animals, raises debates over precision, ethics, and animal welfare. This is the paradox of kangaroo harvesting, a practice that can both safeguard and strain the environment, depending on how carefully it is managed. The industry's future hinges on strict quotas, scientific oversight, and a public willing to weigh ecological necessity against ethical concern. Do you believe kangaroos should be conserved more than they are harvested? Share your perspective below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more in-depth insights from AgriWorks USA. From the fiery dusk of the outback to the cold precision of steel line factories, Australia's kangaroo industry is writing a new chapter in the global meat trade. Demand for lean, sustainable protein is surging, and Kangaroo offers a unique answer, if managed wisely. The challenge is clear: meet market needs while safeguarding the wild herds that define the nation's landscape. With strict quotas, humane harvesting, and premium export standards, this could be a model for wildlife-based economies everywhere. But as demand grows, can balance be kept? Or will the pursuit of profit outpace protection? Share your thoughts below. And if you want more behind-the-scenes looks at how food shapes our world, like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join us here at AgriWorks USA.